we're going to go over the movement flow. We just incorporated the movement flow into our warm-up. We do it on day 2 and day 4, so our lateral days. And it's just a really good opportunity for us to go stretch and warm up in all planes of movement, working through all joints. We stole this idea from Max Schenk and Anna Hartman. We used some of the progressions, the rest postures that we had learned from an in-service that's on the site. So we included it into this. There's 26 exercises, and I'll take you through all of them. I have my cheat sheet because it's 26 and I won't be able to remember all of them. So here we go. The first one, 90-90. It says hip IR and ER, so we're just practicing external rotation, internal rotation. We're going to hold 20 seconds both, making sure that you're not too bunched up, not too spread out. All right, so 20 seconds front leg, 20 seconds back leg, and ideally, if you're able to, instead of just saying seconds, we would do 3 breaths. But sometimes when you're in a large group, it's hard to manage that. So if ideally, they'd breathe in through the nose, out through their mouth, deep diaphragmatic breathing, and we do both sides. Okay, so 90-90, 3 breaths, 3 breaths. That's number 1. Next one, tailor sitting. So you're going to go feet together, all right? Instead of the traditional phys ed groin stretch just hanging out, you want to be nice and upright, driving your knees down towards the turf, getting a big active groin stretch. Same idea, we're going to go 3 breaths or hold for about 20 seconds. After we do that, we're going to do our half lotus progression. This was one of the rest postures that we stole from Anna Hartman. Okay, little funky. You're going to take your foot right in front of your glute, then you're going to take your opposite foot over your knee, and then from there, the goal is to bring your knee down to your foot, which is easier said than done. Okay, for someone who might get discomfort in their knee, they can just kind of post up and hang out. All right, but the goal, you'll see people who are better than others be able to crank their knee all the way down and hang out, again, with a good posture, okay? So we do both sides. Next one, we're gonna go toe sitting, so number 4. Dig your toes in. Another really good post-workout exercise to recover, just hanging out. Now, for those who get maybe discomfort in their knees or they can't tolerate the pain and discomfort in their feet, you could just wedge it. And this is progressive. So week 1, say I'm here with the wedge fully in between my knees. Week 2, I try to slide a little further. Week 3, I get rid of the wedge, all right? So it's progressive range of motion. Next one, we're gonna go heel sitting. Same idea. Again, if it's uncomfortable, you can use your wedge. Each one, we're gonna hang out for 3 breaths, again, about 20 seconds, all right? After that, we're gonna go quadruped hip rotations. Excuse me, head rotations, quadruped head rotations. So this was actually stolen from the original strength guys. And this in-service is probably 2 years ago. Okay, so quadruped head rotation, you're looking up, and then from there, you're gonna look over your shoulder as far as you can. We'll do that for 3 right, 3 left. After you've done that, you're gonna look down. You're gonna look up. Again for 3, okay? So after we've done rotation, we've done nod, we're gonna stay in this position, keep your knees as wide as they can go, foot out to the side, and we're gonna go adductor rock, keeping a good posture. So when you're doing this, you don't wanna go so far back that your butt rounds, okay? So you wanna keep a good posture. Once you've done 3, switch, 3 right, 3 left. After that, you're gonna get into a push-up, so we're gonna go downward dog, all right? Sometimes you require shoes for this because you don't wanna slip, but you're gonna drive your butt to the ceiling. We'll do that 3 times. After doing it for 3, I'm gonna get back into a push-up, bringing my foot all the way outside my hand, drop my back knee to the ground. First things first, I'm gonna drive my hips forwards, getting a big stretch, okay? Once I've done that, I'm gonna drive my knee out, getting a big stretch. So I'm driving with my left elbow, my left knee out to the side. I'm gonna do that for 3, and after I've done that, I'm gonna rotate. My eyes are gonna follow my rotation. I'm gonna do that for 3. And before we switch, you're gonna go from a Spider-Man to a rotational squat. Okay, so Spider-Man, stand up, sit back, return to a Spider-Man. You'll do that 3 times as well. Okay, so I'll do it once more. Spider-Man, stand up, sit back to a Spider-Man. After I've done that, I'm gonna return to a push-up. I'm gonna get back into my downward dog position. This time I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna get a calf stretch. So when I'm bending my right knee, I'm getting a stretch in my left calf. When I'm bending my left knee, I'm getting a stretch in my right calf. I'm gonna do that 3 times. After doing 3, right foot outside my right hand, I'm gonna repeat the same thing. So I'm gonna drive my hip forwards. Hold for a second. Once I've done 3, I'm gonna hold that stretch. I'm gonna rotate for 3. And then after doing 3, I'm gonna go from Spider-Man, stand, rotational squat, and I'll turn and face you so you can see it from the front view. Spider-Man, stand, rotational squat, do it from the front view. You're gonna do that 3 times. Okay, after you've done 3, I'm gonna check my cheat sheet. Typically I would have my clients put their shoes on for this. I'm gonna do it without shoes, okay? But first one, we're gonna go V stance walk back. So you're gonna spread your feet as far as you can go. All right, keeping your feet flat and your toes forwards. From there, you're gonna walk your hands out, again, as far as they can, keeping your feet flat and toes forwards, and then walk your hands back, and you'll do this 3 times. Once you've done 3, hands under your shoulders. From there, nice and slow, your eyes are gonna follow your rotation. You're gonna go 3 right, 3 left, alternating. Good. After that, you're gonna easily scoot your way out. We're gonna go lateral squat. So that's the next one. Lateral squat, you guys are familiar. Feet not as wide, but you're gonna sit back, toes forwards. Your trail leg should be straight. This one also is 3 right, 3 left. Once you've done 3, you're gonna get down to a squatted position. Feet just outside your hips, toes are forwards. This is gonna be harder for some, all right? So if you need to use heel boards, come prepared, grab a heel board. A heel board would be something like this that I could stand on. That's just an example, it's not wide enough, but just so you guys can appreciate. From there, I'm gonna drive my knee out for 5. So getting a groin stretch, 5 left, 5 on my right, and then I'm gonna go 5 together. And so I would be someone who should use a heel board because it's hard for me to get my heels to the ground, okay? So next one, we've done 5, 5, 5. We're gonna go toe touch to squat. So reach for your toes, straight legs, pull your butt down. 1, 2, stand up. So notice I reached before I stood. So again, reach for my toes, pull my butt down. 1, 2, stand up, all right? After that, we've got 2 more. You're gonna hop on the ground. We're gonna go egg rolls. Hug your knees, nice and slow. 3 egg rolls, followed by yoga table. So yoga table, hands behind, feet in front, nice and slow, toes are up, squeezing your butt. You're gonna exhale as you extend your hips. And I know throughout the movement flow, I said 3 reps, 5 reps. You wanna keep it uniform, so either pick 3 or 5, but if you're doing 5, they just get more exposures. It depends on logistics and time.